MP.
Now, NBA players are some of the most fashion-forward celebs around. But even amongst them, your approach to streetwear has gotten noticed. How do you source your clothes?
Well, I do my own shopping, if that's what you're asking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of it's online. You know, once I've worn a brand and I know my size, then that makes it easier. Otherwise, you know, I try to hit up a boutique whenever I have a day off on the road or something like that.
Yeah. Do you have a style philosophy you follow when you're getting dressed?
Yeah, you know, I try not to go overboard. You know, once you have one or two statement pieces, I try to keep it right there, like one or two statement pieces, and then keep it simple otherwise. You know, I'll give you an example, something like a nice, bright, online ceramic dead tee with some clean white sneakers or some fly new kicks with a black boxing t-shirt, you know?
What's up, MP?
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And on paper, Greg, this might seem like a potential blowout, but anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
The starters for the Utah Jazz, the guard pair. It's George and Sexton. Then it's Collins. Then it's Lowry Markkanen. And it's Hendricks in at the 4 slot. Left side Markkanen. Pass to Collins. It's George on the wing, defended by Paul. Just 5 to shoot. Collins a screen on Paul. Markkanen in the corner. That 3 off the mark. Johnson kicks to MP. Hendricks pulls it in. Sexton attacking. Pass to Hendricks. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Hendricks has got the game going here with the first basket for the Jazz. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Greg Popovich and I did speak a few minutes ago. Now, I asked Coach about the defensive game plan tonight, and he said preventing easy buckets around the rim, and that starts with John Collins. He's a great interior scorer, especially when he gets ahead of steam, so we have to limit those opportunities. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Collins, good.
Yeah, tough-nosed veteran. Collins is no stranger to having to overcome aggressive defense.
Ball against George. And here's MP for 3. Offensive rebound, Spurs. Utah's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And stolen by Wembanyama. And a fast break now for the Spurs. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Paul is truly the prototypical point guard. He's got a high IQ, takes care of the ball, and he prioritizes setting up his teammates.
And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Thanks, guys. Well, the Spurs with some experienced additions, bringing in Chris Paul and Harrison Barnes. Their mentorship is likely just as valuable to this young roster as their contributions on the court. And with legendary head coach Greg Popovich, they're creating an environment for growth in San Antonio. They're really building things the right way, guys.
All right, Shams, we appreciate the report. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Fires away from way outside. The Jazz with another miss.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
A nice shot by MP. MP's got 5.
Yeah, and let me tell you guys, I've seen a lot of great players come up in this league. MP is as focused on winning as they come.
George against Paul. Shoots the 3. San Antonio with the rebound. And we've been following this group's absolute dominant season, winning most games in blowout fashion.
Truly record-setting fashion. Nonetheless, though, it's been demoralizing to teams facing this group. I mean, before halftime, teams are often down by 15 or 20 points. We might be witnessing another blowout in the making here tonight.
And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Take a look at New York. They ascend up the lists to number 3 with some spirited play.
And when I look at San Antonio, they're just right now outperforming those preseason predictions. And that's because they're getting help from some unlikely sources.
Inside, got a piece of it. Fouled in the act of shooting, gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Well, Sexton likes flexing on the defense from time to time. Great job scoring through contact.
Greg Collins Sexton, still so young. He entered the league when he was just 19.
Yeah, drafted back in 2018. Sexton has a few...
Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
And we talk about how Wembanyama makes the wow plays. Wow.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. San Antonio trailing here. MP outside. Launches a 3. Gets that one to drop. That's his 3rd field goal in 8 tries.
Well, the way MP runs screen and roll, you think he's been in this league for over a decade.
Markkanen looking it over. Outside, George. Sexton for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Sexton's got a couple of 3s now in the first for the Jazz. George against Paul. Pass to MP. And MP throws it down.
This young kid's got some ups. MP throwing it down.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Jazz. Here's Hendricks. To the paint. It's stolen by Wembanyama. MP against Sexton. Now Wembanyama. Wembanyama sets a screen for MP. That 3 off target had some space there after the little pump fake. And here's George for 3. And Utah another 3.
And developing that 3-ball shot, George is putting in the work now. George against Paul.
Wembanyama sets a screen for MP. Another miss by MP.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
Markkanen passes to Hendricks. No good with the triple. Spurs trail by 3. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Collins.
A quiet but confident player. MP is one of those guys that lets his play do the talking most of the time.
Coach, at this stage of the season, are teams' identities that well-defined?
Well, Kevin, they better be. If you don't have an identity at this point, I don't know how you're going to get one. Look, you're going to improve in whatever you do as the season goes on, hopefully. But your identity by now should be firmly established, what type of team you are and want to be. Teams that don't have that, they're in trouble.
So Colin Sexton is 6'3". He has the frame of a point guard, clearly. But Stan, his game is putting up points, and he can do it in a hurry.
Yeah, and Kevin, look, he's done it pretty efficiently in recent years. We have a lot of point guards in the league who are primarily scorers. And Sexton, though, you've also got to give him credit. He's made great strides as a playmaker.
He has indeed. The shot by Sexton, no good. Spurs trail by 3. The drive by MP. Sexton grabs the board.
Wow, his shooting woes continue, and it's weighing down this offense.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Wembanyama buries it down low.
And we talk often about Wembanyama's insane lift. There, we see it on the offensive glass.
A different look now for San Antonio. Timeout is called by Greg Popovich. He wants to talk to his guys. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And with the type of defense they played that day, they were able to cause a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, they played with outstanding energy, communicated well, and were very disruptive defensively.
From the arc, shots good by Sensabaugh. Sensabaugh's got the lead up to 11 now for the Jazz. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Zach Collins is out there with Harrison Barnes. Then it's Chris Paul. Then it's MP. And it's Johnson in at the 3 slot. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. Markkanen can't get it to go. For San Antonio, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Barnes sets a screen for MP. Rebound collected by Clarkson. Utah leading by 11. Outside, Markkanen. And a miss there on the triple.
Yeah, he hasn't had the best night from the field, but his teammates have had his back.
The 3 from MP. It's hauled in by Sensabaugh.
Well, so far, he hasn't had the same luck from deep in this quarter.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. The Utah Jazz last season became one of the first teams in the league to move their games to broadcast television. It's a gamble, but they just about tripled their reach. And with the rapid growth in the region, they have a chance to attract new fans. And Kevin, no doubt, other NBA teams are keen to see how this goes.
Oh, David, no question at all. We thank you for your report. Jeremy Sohan's checked in for Barnes. John Collins, he's checked in for Utah. Keontae George comes in for Patty Mills.
Yeah, he was showing some muscle there. Markkanen is so tough to contain at times.
Ball against George. It's deflected. And the Jazz pushing it up now. Clarkson for 3. Hits the 3-point bomb. Clarkson's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Utah.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And how about also the ability to contest shots? They're staying attached and contesting and coming away with blocks as well.
And he gets the bucket.
And in the mid-range, Paul, so dangerous. He has a lot of angles he likes in that area.
Now George. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Pass to Clarkson. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Drills the three-pointer. 6 points for George.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
And an unfortunate trend for the Utah Jazz stand the past couple seasons, losing the battle of possessions.
Yeah, Kevin, and that's hard to overcome. When you turn the ball over at a high rate, and then at the other end, you don't force any turnovers, you're losing that possession game all the time. Now, fortunately, they rebound the ball well, and that helps a little, but it doesn't totally solve the problem.
The shot by Clarkson, no good.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Clarkson against MP, and he drives in. Yep, it counts. MP's got 15 points.
MP went right for the teeth and got rewarded.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And the Jazz with some changes. Hendricks is checked in, and it's Colin Sexton in for Clarkson. MP deciding where to go with it. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now.
There's the screen. Pass to Sexton. In the corner, Collins with it. Markkanen kicks to Sexton. And the foul called on MP. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. Now, here's George, defended by Paul. Nice ball movement by Utah. And it's Sexton penetrating. And he makes good on the layup. He's got 13.
And Sexton is a microwave scorer. And once he finds his rhythm, he's difficult to slow down.
Down low. Off target at the rim.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in. Back to George. Shot from the wing. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Sexton's got 3 assists tonight. Well, nice turnaround for him here in the second quarter. He had a cold start, but never lost his confidence. And here's MP for 3. Hendricks pulls it in. Hendricks has got his 5th rebound in this one. Clarkson passes to Collins. Collins setting the pick for Sexton. Shoots over Johnson. The shot by Sexton, no good. Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in. MP against Sexton. Here's MP. MP finishes inside. Great example there of the way MP's game around the rim continues to grow and develop. George up top, defended by Paul. Outside for Sexton. 5 on the clock. Fires the 3. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting. Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense. On the wing, MP. Defended by Sexton. MP passes to Johnson. MP with a screen on Clarkson.
And with that, the Utah lead is cut down to 14 points now in the basket from Johnson.
And after not making any threes in the first half, he now has 2 here in the second half. Let's see if he continue to add to that.
George finds Sexton. And Paul pulls it down. And it's Paul with the ball for the Spurs. Following this one, they get to host the Warriors. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. MP against Sexton. Paul outside. Here's MP. Nice D from Sexton. Jazz leading by 14. It's George on the wing. Back to Clarkson. 1:15 left in the first half. Here's Hendricks. No good from outside.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
And the foul called on MP. And that. And so it's the Utah Jazz controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
We'll get to the first half action in just a second, but first,
You look at the Jazz, they're still at the bottom third of the league. Something will need to change for them to move up in the rankings.
we knew this team. And let's talk now about that first half. What a commanding start for the Jazz.
The defense should get a top.
And that is it for halftime.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. The Jazz shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. And so in the game for the Jazz, wing pair will be Sexton and Markkanen. Then it's Collins. Then it's Keontae George. And it's Hendricks in at the power forward. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And just finding ways to stay involved. Sexton's strength and athleticism, it really shows well on the glass.
And the Spurs making a change here. Collins is checked in. Well, Greg, over the last few seasons, one area of consistency for the Jazz has been their rebounding.
Yeah, and they have some size, and they make controlling the boards a focal point. When you're playing Utah, you better be ready to put a body on somebody.
Sexton's shot is good.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Gets the three-pointer to fall. MP's got 5 points now in the quarter.
A taste of how competitive MP can be. He wanted to go right back at him.
George against Paul. To the middle, here's Collins, and finished off by Collins.
Collins so active around the rim.
A challenging stretch for San Antonio here. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. MP against Sexton. MP up and in on the layup. MP's got 26.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
And the foul called on MP.
MP, you're in.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. We'll see Barnes and Sohan playing forward. Trey Jones out there with MP. And it's Wembanyama in at center. That's the San Antonio 5.
Well, I like when MP takes initiative like this because it forces the defense to react.
And he sinks the second. Here's Clarkson. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. George against Jones. Markkanen from outside. Rebounded by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. MP passes to Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama. Hand-to-hand combat inside. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Sensabaugh. Back to Clarkson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Good defense by MP.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And once again, Coach, this storied San Antonio franchise is on the upswing.
It sure is, Kevin. Look, they've got a Hall of Fame coach and a potential Hall of Fame centerpiece to build a team around. They've got great talent evaluators in the front office. You can't ask for a better recipe for success.
A shot by Clarkson, no good.
Well, and after making just one triple going into the break, he's still looking for his first make from distance here in the second half.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul, and he's on his way to the free throw line. The all-time leader in NBA wins, of course, the great Spurs coach, Greg Popovich. So here is a guy who's a peer. What makes him so special, Stan?
Well, first of all, Greg Popovich is not a peer of mine, Kevin. I would never be that presumptuous. This guy is an absolute icon in the coaching world. I think from the outside, I think what makes him so special is he's never looked at himself that way. He's never rested on his laurels. He's a guy that's always evolving and trying to get better.
I love that assessment, but I do think you're his peer.
Not in any way.
Pass to Markkanen. Over Paul. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Well, he's a major threat from the mid-range. Markkanen loves taking advantage from that.
MP passes to Sohan. Johnson, wide open, he fires. Good on the three-point shot. Johnson's got the lead up to 5 now for San Antonio. And here's Clarkson. He brings it up for the Utah Jazz. And Will Hardy calls timeout here. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. John Collins, he's checked in for Utah. Colin Sexton comes in for Clarkson. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, guys, now during that break, Will Hardy with some good words for his team. The coach told his players, hey, they're feeling the pressure over there. Keep pressing, keep fighting. They're starting to crack. Now let's get this game even, guys.
All right, thank you, David. Kessler against MP. Sohan with the screen. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. And a moment to check out now what Utah has coming up. On Saturday, the New York Knicks coming to town, tipping off a homestand for them. Then on Tuesday, they'll be matching up with Chris Paul and the San Antonio Spurs.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best, but if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run.
MP outside. Wembanyama sets a screen for MP. Oh, MP makes it look easy.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like they left their defense in the locker room when they came back out.
George against Paul. Outside Collins. To the paint and taken away by Johnson. And a fast break now for the Spurs. And Johnson with the stop.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
Sexton the pass to George. Sexton with a screen on Paul. And here's George for three. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. MP passes to Wembanyama. Basket good. And now it's an 11-point Spurs lead.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
On the wing, Markkanen. That ball's nice feed that time from George. George has got assist number 7 for him tonight. Paul surveying the floor. On the wing, MP. Wembanyama sets a screen for MP. 6 on the shot clock, and Wembanyama gets it to go. Wembanyama's got 10 points here in the second half. Jazz trail by 10. George passes to Collins. Now, here's Sexton. And the rejection by Wembanyama.
Yeah, it's been about the rebounding. Really, that's the dividing line in this game. What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
Here's Markkanen. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Markkanen's got 7 now in this quarter.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
MP passes to Wembanyama, and Wembanyama throws it down.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Pass to Hendricks. George against Paul. Three-pointer. George, no good.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of it from distance, but look, he's got to find something easier.
Sexton against MP. Johnson dishes the ball. Sohan with the screen. 5 to shoot. MP passes to Sohan. And now Utah, fast break. Here's Sexton. San Antonio with the rebound. And here is MP. The 10-footer. And here's Johnson outside. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got 6 assists now in the game. And so Sexton will bring it up for Utah. 15-point game.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for San Antonio.
Yeah, this has got to be one of the most rewarding wins they'll have this season. They could have easily gone quietly, but they fought back so hard.
They really did, and I think it shows a little bit of the character of this group, and that's a testament to them. When things seem to be their most difficult, they have a way of rallying around one another and looking to be at their best.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And they will walk out of here feeling really good about themselves today, guys. A big win over a conference foe they'd split their previous 2 games with.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for MP.
Yeah, you know, he was a man on a mission in this one. The defense had absolutely no answers for him tonight.
And the shot is good.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
And they double up Markkanen. The 3 from George. 3 pointer. George, no good. Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of it from distance, but look, he's got to find something easier. It's rebounded by Paul. Here's MP, and the dunk by MP. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be.
Great win tonight, MP.